Hello, good morning, children. How are you? I'm sure you all are doing good at your home. Periodic test is over, you're relaxed, but here we are with new lesson, and I'm also new. You must be seeing me for the first time. I'm Sir Ronojit. I will be taking this block 15 from your social science content book. Uh, Role of the state government. Topic forming the state government. So let's learn it together and let's dig into the lesson to know more. So these are our learning objectives or lesson objectives about learning. What are we going to learn from this topic, especially what you're going to study? Under this, we're going to learn how a state government is formed, and we are also going to know how the state government is formed in India based on election results. And of course, you're going to know this also that elections held after every 5 years. So these are our goals, learning goals. So let's see how do we learn all this. First, our country India. Our India is a big country. It is divided into number of states, 29 of them, and 7 union territories. And the Constitution of India provides this government into two levels, the central government in Delhi and the state governments. But there is another government, that is local government, which you have read in class 6, under which we find Panchayati Raj system, we find the district level governments, the block development officer, and all these. Now, this constitution divides the government into three branches: central government also, state government also. The three branches: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. So let's learn them. Before going into the lesson, let me ask you a question. Do you know who is the chief minister of Nagaland? I'm pretty sure all of you know this answer, and the answer is Mr. Nipurio. He is the chief minister, present chief minister of our state Nagaland. And do you know on what basis or how he became the Chief Minister of Nagaland? Let's see, that we are going to learn. Now let's learn a little more about our Nagaland. Our Nagaland has got 60 constituencies. I think this word is little first time for you. Constituencies, no problem. Constituencies are a small area divided in the states. For example, in your textbook, there is an example given Uttar Pradesh, which has got 80 constituencies. But for better understanding, I have brought in Nagaland so that you can understand better. Nagaland has got 60 constituencies. That means the whole Nagaland has been divided into 60 small parts. For example, our Dimapur district has got 5 constituencies. Now here is a map that is represents the 2018 election, Nagaland election. Under it, we can see that the parties which own maximum number of seats have formed the government. For example, in this map, you can see NDPP, that is in yellow color, BJP, that is in saffron color, have the majority of seats. What is a majority of seats? The total number of seats, that is 60. If any party, one or two combine, if they have coalition, get more than the half, 60 half is 30, that means 31. In Uttar Pradesh 80, then 41, in like this. So whoever gets the majority, means more than the half, they makes the government. In our Nagaland case, NDPP and BJP along with some other form the government. So the leader of the party, this coalition party, he becomes the chief minister. Who appoints the chief minister? The governor does it. Who appoints the governor? The governor is appointed by the President of India under central government. Now the remaining party, like you can see NPF, they got also good number of seats, but they could not form the government. So the leader of that party becomes the opposition leader. What is the definition of constituency here given? You can see it again. A constituency is an area whose voters elect a representative to a legislative body. Now that legislative body means the assembly, the legislative assembly. In 60 constituencies, our constituency 60 constituencies, we have got 60 such representatives. They are known as MLA. Full form is Member of Legislative Assembly. Now, last election from the constituency Northern Angami 2, Mr. Nipurio contested the election, but there was no opposition for him there. So that means nobody was there to contest. So he won the election unopposed, means without voting. The rest of the seats for which voting was done, you can see the number of seats won by the parties that is given below. So you have got a rough idea. Now you have got a rough idea about all this. Now let me clarify few things. The first is constituency. You have understood that the state is divided into small area. They are known as constituency. From each constituency we get one representative. He is known as the member of legislative assembly, or he is known as an MLA. Now 60 MLAs combined. Now which parties they have maximum number of seats or MLAs, coalition also is okay, or single party is also okay, they makes the government. The leader of that party becomes the chief minister, and chief minister appoints some of his party leaders, MLAs, as the council of minister. This is very important because MLA becomes a minister. MLA becomes a minister. This one you have to understand. When he owns the election, he becomes a MLA. But if the chief minister selects him and gives him an responsibility, duty, such as health minister or education minister, food minister, then he becomes a minister also. So this way an MLA can become a minister. Okay, and these ministers form the council of ministers. So chief minister and his council of minister, they have different duties. So I hope you understand. The rest remain as an MLA, as a simple minister. Okay. One more thing, what is the duty of opposition leader? His duty is to look after the works of the state government, and if there is any fault, anything, he raises questions. If you look at the newspaper these days, you will be seeing that Mr. T.R. Ziliang, the leader of opposition, raises so many questions regarding health, regarding roads, so many. His duty is to raise questions, and the government is answerable to them. Okay, you go through the newspaper to better understanding. This is another function. Now when the state is formed, ministers are formed, chief minister is formed, how they will work? There are three branches of it: legislative, executive, judicial. Now legislative, their duty is to make the laws, and executive duty is to enforce the law, and judiciary duty is to see that no law is broken, and if any law is broken, then they settle the matter. Now who comes under the legislature? All the MLAs. Now here in this picture you can see there is lower house, upper house. This is for your knowledge that only some states have lower house, upper house. Like Uttar Pradesh has got lower house, upper house. For Nagaland and other states, they normally have one house. That is what? Lower house, legislative assembly. So all the members of legislative assembly, all the MLAs make the legislature. So they sit in the assembly hall and makes the law. Then the law is passed to the executive. Under the executive comes the governor, chief minister, council of minister. They enforces the law. They pass the law to all the citizens. And if there is any problem, if there is any complaint from the citizen, then the judiciary, high courts, district courts settle the matter. I hope it's clear. It's very simple. Still, if any confusion, feel free to ask. Lastly, assignments and announcements. Please read the section forming the state government from your content book, page number 1819. Complete your workbook S1 in your workbook only. Complete PQ1 in your content book, which is match the column, and question 2 in your notebook, which is you can write it down in your notebook. Log into your Google Classroom. There is one assignment is given. In case any doubt, please feel free to call me. The assignment is regarding the constituency and the member of MLA. Who is the MLA of your constituency? That one posted in the Google Classroom. Please answer there. And lastly, thank you for attending the class. This is the first class. I hope you have enjoyed it. You have learned it. And please go through the lesson in more detail. There are many things to discuss if time permit. But still, if any problem, please let me know. Stay home, stay safe, take care.